Hello friends, I hope you all are doing good. In this video, I am sharing two DIYs using cardboard box. I am sharing two different type of decoupage technique in this DIY. Okay, without wasting much time, we'll start the video, and before starting the video, welcome to my channel, and if you are new to my channel or not yet subscribed my channel, please do consider subscribing. For the first DIY, I am taking this kind of cardboard box. Usually the paper slips comes in such boxes. A small cardboard was stick to this and I just removed it, and first I'll give a base coat of gesso. Here I am using homemade gesso. Here I am taking this deco transfer sheets which I purchased from Itsy Bitsy long back. If you're not so good in drawing and all, you can use these transfer sheets and change any object into a decorative piece. So now my base is also ready. I have applied even a white acrylic color over that. And once it is completely dry, here I am sticking this deco transfer sheet. There will be a transparent sheet which you have to remove and then stick the sticker into the surface. Use a sponge dabber to apply water on that. Once the image is visible, you have to remove the upper layer slowly. I am using this brush dipped in water to apply the sticker properly. Sometimes the sticker will come along with this paper, so you have to be careful. Now allow it to dry completely, then you can start coloring this. I have chosen the color which is similar with the transfer sheet. Choosing the color is completely up to you, but it is better if you choose a color which is there in your print. So I'll just highlight the edges using some darker shade, and here I'm using acrylic colors to paint this box. Actually this cardboard box surface was very shiny and glossy, so initially I thought of covering it with tissue paper to make the surface bit rough. But I followed this method in the next DIY which I'll show you further in my video. Actually sometimes what happens, if the surface is very glossy, there is a chances of color to peel off. It happened with me in this DIY. In some areas a little bit color got peeled off. Okay, let's paint the outer surface of this box. I chose two shades of color to color this. You can see nice smudge of the colors and how it has turned out. So once it is completely dry, here I am using some gold metallic color and just highlighting the edges. It will give a vintage or royal look to your DIY. This box I am going to give it to my daughter to use it as an organizer, in which she can keep some sticky notes or any other knick-knack items which are used in making of scrapbook. Here we almost complete our DIY. Then I was feeling like something is missing, so I used this 3D outliner. I am using this pearl metallic color. And using this I am making small dots, and you can see how it is highlighted. The image of this lady in this transfer sheet is looking really pretty after adding these small pearl dots. Let me give a proper finishing from inside also. So here I have some stickers, and my daughter loves these stickers, so I use the same. And I chose some of the stickers and I'll just stick it. These stickers I have purchased from a local stationery shop. After sticking the stickers, I'll just cover the bottom surface of this box. For that I am using this paper with the music print in it. Using Fevicol glue, I'll just stick this on the bottom surface. Instead of this paper, you can even use some gift wrapping paper or the self-adhesive paper. It will give a beautiful and nice finish for your box. And here we complete our first DIY. To decorate it, I used some pearl bits, the video of which I could not share with you. And finally, always remember to give a coat of varnish to secure your DIY. This kind of boxes you can even use it as a gift box or an organizer. If you like this DIY, let me know in the comment box. Now let's move to the next DIY. Here also I am using similar kind of cardboard box. My son has taken this box without my knowledge, and you can see the condition of this box now. So before doing any DIY, I'll just fix this box properly. I'll cover this box from inside using some plain paper. So just apply the glue and stick any paper on this. You can also use some gift wrapping paper instead of plain paper. I just wanted to cover the surface, so I am using this plain paper. Now before applying any gesso, I am going to cover this glossy surface using tissue paper. As I told before, I have not followed this method in the first DIY. So let's cover the whole surface with this tissue paper. The two benefits which you get using this tissue paper is, like, one, the cardboard becomes strong, and the second one, if you apply a color, it will not peel off. Once it is completely dry, you have to apply a coat of gesso. And now our base is completely ready for the DIY. Here I am using some of the decoupage paper. This paper also I have purchased from Itsy Bitsy long back. If you want to purchase any of the stuffs from Itsy Bitsy, you can check the link in the description box. And also you can use my coupon code for extra discount. Oops, I just forgot to explain how to apply this decoupage paper. Let me explain further. Before that, I'll just cover the base of this cardboard box. Here I am using this self-adhesive paper. There will be a paper which you have to peel and then you have to stick it directly to the surface. This is really easy, and instead you can also use some gift wrapping paper. Now let's see how to apply this decoupage paper without any creases. Here I am tearing the decoupage paper instead of cutting it. Just check the position where you have to stick these papers. Along with that, I had some other pieces which I am going to stick it all over. And to stick the decoupage paper, I am using Mod Podge glue. Just apply it all over wherever you have to stick the paper. Now before sticking this paper, you just spray some water so that the paper becomes soft and it sticks very well to your surface. By following this method, you can completely avoid the bubble formation and your paper will stick very well to the surface. I am repeating the same technique all over. Then you have to apply one more coat of Mod Podge glue above this. So after sticking, you have to allow it to dry completely. Till then, we can paint the outer surface of this box. To paint this, I am using acrylic color. You can also choose some chalk paints. Here I am painting it in different shades of green. Here the choosing of color is completely up to you. Here I am going for different shades of green. Other color combination which you can choose here is light pink or the red, and even you can go for the violet and purple, etc. Because these colors are there in our print, so you can choose those colors. But let me see how it's going to turn out at the end. So once you are done with the painting, you have to highlight the decoupage paper. Before highlighting this decoupage paper, you have to give a coat of Mod Podge glue, otherwise the color may smudge everywhere. And to highlight the prints on this decoupage paper, you can choose acrylic color or even you can go for the watercolor. By highlighting these prints, you will get a different kind of finishing and it will look as if you have painted it. People who are not good at drawing and all, you can go for this technique and you can make your own masterpiece. To highlight also, you have to choose the color which are almost similar with the print in your paper. So once the base color is completely dry, here I am using one more coat of color. So I am using a dry brush and adding some pink color all over. Similarly on the outer surface also, I will be using this dry brush and applying some color. The box was looking so bright, so I just wanted to make the color a little bit subtle. So I am using this pink color. And to give a vintage look, here I am using black acrylic color and using a sponge I am dabbing some color on the edges. And you can see how it has turned out by applying this black acrylic color. To highlight the border, I am using gold metallic color. The gold metallic color which here I am using is a water based color. This is the color which I brought from a hardware shop and it gives a very bright gold finish. And I have taken it from my finger and just applying to the edges and you can see the result. The box has turned out really beautiful. I am just loving it. And to apply it to the outer surface, I am using this dry brush. And lastly, I will be using this 3D outliner. Once again, I am using the same pearl metallic color. You will get these 3D outliners in any local stationery shop. And lastly, you have to apply a coat of varnish to secure the DIY. And here is the final outcome of our box. I am going to use this box as a tissue holder on my dining table. So friends, I hope this video is helpful for you. Here I try to share some of the techniques and methods which you can follow while doing this decoupage craft or art. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button, and if you are not yet subscribed my channel, please do consider subscribing. See you soon in one more DIY video. Till then, take care and bye.